Here's a little update to my refit, enterprise refit build. Um, I've got all the lights for the impulse and the crystal installed. I had to make an array for the crystal on the top here. The crystal is this little ball on the back of the ship. And what that does is when it's in impulse mode, it goes yellow. And then the impulse engines are red when that's yellow. And then when you go into warp, it turns blue and the impulse engines turn off. And I had to make a little lighting array with my little SMD chips. Just to show you, I don't know if you can see that. I had to do this like 4 times to get it perfect. It's really small. A lot of fun, a lot of wires on it. But what I ended up doing is I put a yellow and a blue light on the little clear plastic thing, glued them on, wired it up. And then I noticed I had a shadow with the yellow. The blue was fine, but the yellow didn't give enough light. And so I tried another array with 2 yellow chips on the outer edges and a blue in the middle. And that gave me the right light. But the problem I ran into is I was having problems with the gluing. The CA, I think it was the kicker, was shorting out my chips. And I'd get them all kind of glued onto the little plastic thing, and then they wouldn't work anymore. So what I ended up doing is I ended up using my clear resin, UV resin. It's a clear resin, and then you just use your little UV light on it. It cures instantly, and it makes it kind of like this here, crystal clear resin. It's really cool stuff. And what I ended up doing is I put the chips on a piece of tape, and then I poured the clear resin over everything, cured it, and then I used the blob and I glued that onto the clear plastic itself, which worked perfect because the clear resin protected everything. But yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. I did a test mock-up here. Oh, it's hard to do this with one hand. There we go. So as you can see, my my floodlights are coming on one by one. Those will be cool when they're all installed. But I've got everything flashing. All the nav lights are flashing correctly, and on both sections. Got them all set up here. As you can see on the back, I've got the 2 red impulse engines, which still have masking tape on them. I'm still going to paint them, so I left the masking tape on. Once I paint it, I'll pull it off. But as you can see, the crystal's yellow. It's a really nice full yellow. And then when you go over here and you hit the warp button, you'll see what happens. It changes to blue, the impulse engines go off, and then you get a nice oh, there you go, you get a nice blue. And then if you oh, I didn't want to do that. Got my little octopus here. And then if you hit the button again, changes back to yellow and the impulse lights come back on. So everything's working pretty good. I'm working on the bridge right now. I had a plan for it, what I was going to do, but I've changed my plan. I'm going to redo it a little different. I've already got the little flasher. I'm testing it out for the top of it. So this one's like a strobe, and it flashes at a different rate than the nav lights, and so I've got to put that on the top of the bridge. But everything's coming along pretty nice. Everything's working fine. The hard part, I think the hard part's done. Now it's just a matter of finishing up the bridge, putting the lights, and then the bottom part of the saucer, finishing that up, and then I'll have the saucers pretty well ready for painting.